What's up, Solar fan? It's your host, Ian of the Inner Solar Podcast. Took a little hiatus. We had some big things going in the background, so glad you guys could join us. We got Rich, John here. The whole gang's back in the business. We've been, like I said, working on a lot of things in the background. Everyone was asking about the podcast, trying to show our faces. I got Richie's face right behind me. Got a little stash going, but it's good to be back with you guys. How's everything going?
Things are going great, man. Things are going great. I like that stash, by the way. And you can also admire Farden back here. He's the best mod we have. That's just one man's opinion, though.
I think that's the community's opinion.
It might be the community's opinion. We should put a poll out.
So I just want to take a second. Ian, if I'm not mistaken, you took some time off to star in some porn. How are you doing? How's it going?
It's going really well. I mean, I've got a lot of good feedback, got a lot of good comments, a lot of upvotes. So I'm finally breaking through to the top 10. Waiting for John's OnlyFans so we can do a collaboration of John and his 4 dudes he has in his background. But other than that, man, BDI is taking off from the ground up. So I'm pretty pumped about it. Just it's a don't ask, don't tell policy. You guys can search it up yourselves. But kudos to all the followers. I knew that we had this community, and we're bridging not only chains, but we're bridging different avenues too. The marketing plan's crazy right now.
Kudos to you, man. Kudos to you.
Hey, they say every
I'm glad
millionaire,
things are successful.
yeah, every millionaire has like 10 different avenues of income. So I'm just trying to branch out, and I'm taking John's approach. Why have 10 avenues when you have 10 different guys? Am I right?
Yeah.
Same thing.
That's advice directly to the community. Do you want to be wealthy?
Then take it.
Do what we're doing, like, you know.
Everyone wants to be successful, but not everyone wants to start their own production company. All right. So here we are.
That's where the money is.
Well, you signed up for the solar boot camp, right? Like you said you couldn't handle the FUD, and I'm like, well, if you can handle this camp, the FUD will come easy.
Dude, the camp's doing dividends, man. Like, just look at me. This is the only facial hair I can grow, and it's growing astronomically. This is like 3 weeks, guys. Come on, give me some credit here.
Well, when people are scraping your hair off your face when you're doing these videos, it's kind of hard to maintain that full stash.
I know. Half the time you can't even see my whole face. It's kind of crazy. Mustache rides $5. If you know what I'm saying. A little slap and tickle.
You gotta do what you gotta do in this bear market.
I mean, this bear market's kind of killing everyone, but that's why we're branching out, baby. We're starting it from the ground up, just like Solar Dex. And this bear market can't hold me down. Operation Bear Killer Volume 2.
Amen.
Well, I think that's the only update we had for tonight.
Say, thanks for joining us, guys. we're still going to the moon.
Yep, good podcast.
All right, on a serious note, like I said, we've been building a lot of things in the background. All jokes aside, even though my side profession's no joke, what do we got going on, guys? I wanna let you guys lead this off, and then I can round it out and put in my 2 cents where it sees fit.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm sure as you guys know, we just got approved for the NEAR grant. So kudos to us, kudos to the community. We can keep on building. A lot of people are gonna see that though and be like, oh, okay, cool. They're building, the decks on the NEAR. So this is where this podcast comes in. So we kind of elaborate our master evil plan on how we, 1, plan to succeed as a business, but 2, plan to succeed as a community with the whole Operation Bear Killer. So it kind of goes into 2 things. 1, yes, the DEX will be multi-chain, which it technically already is with Sol and Doge chain, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But on top of that, we're pretty much going to be adding every big network onto the DEX. Now, what does that mean? So we tweeted out a hint a while ago, like what if, a DEX could have the liquidity of a centralized exchange. So we actually had a call a while back with a project who pitched us this idea where they could essentially make this happen. They're like, we can make Solar Dex multi-chain, bring in millions of liquidity, and you guys and your community, because we have NFTs with Sentries where you stake them for exchange fees, can all get the fees. And we're like, well, what's the catch? This sounds too good to be true. And they're like, the catch is, one, no one has agreed to partner with us. We're a small project. Well, I was like, okay, well, you guys are getting audited, right? Like, absolutely. We can send you the documentation. I'm like, all right, we're on this Zoom call. I see your guys' full name. You guys are technically docs, correct? They're like, yeah, it's just we're a smaller project trying to break in. And that's exactly what we're trying to do. And so after vesting in them, like interviewing them, talking to them nonstop, we decided to partner with them. So we'll be adding pretty much every network to the exchange here in the near future. So right now they're in the process of getting audited as we speak. We're about a month, maybe 2 months. This is crypto, so I'll say 2.5 months of fully integrating that into Solar Dex. And once again, we will get the exchange fees, which goes back to Centuries. So that's a huge win for us as a DEX. We're pretty much evolving into a centralized exchange at this point, which will be huge for everybody. And so that's part one. We are going multi-chain. We are adding different networks. We are adding the big time networks. So that brings us to point two, which is the near grant. So we first applied for the grant maybe 2 months ago. We heard stuff back like, hey, we're interested a month ago. We set up a call. They're like, we really like you guys. We pitched them something else. We've been talking to investors. We've been talking to other community members. We've been talking to people on Near. We've been talking to the influencers on Near as well. And they're like, why don't you guys do an NFT marketplace? They're like, as you can see, what is the number one NFT marketplace called? Paras?
Paris. I don't think anyone knows at this point.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know what the hell they're called. It is what it is. We looked at it. Their volume was like $500 and they were the top dog. So we're like, why don't we do something better? And that was the feedback we got from investors as well. They're like, why don't you do this? There's actually a dire need for this. Whereas the number one Dex on Near is also backed by Near and they're doing okay. You guys wouldn't be doing anything beneficial for Solar, for your community, if you just strictly focused on a grant for the Dex. And then remember, point one is we are technically adding Near to the Dex. You will get fees. But point number two, with Operation Bear Killer, we're working on Project Equinox, which will be an NFT aggregator and its own NFT marketplace on Near Protocol. So that's what the grant was officially approved for. That's what they want to see from us. And that is what we are going to deliver to them contractually. So with that being said, Near has been nothing but super helpful. We are in constant communication with them. They're like, what about this? We're like, what about that? So they're constantly talking to us. And that's one of the things we're super excited about going to Near. It's just because the people at Near are actually freaking helping us versus Solana could give two shits less. And it's just frustrating, but at the same time, it shows us where Solar can contribute the best. So some of you be like, oh man, fuck NFT marketplace. No, not this stupid shit. But that's where the need is coming from. We're not just, all right, we're gonna, build the Dex on Near, which we technically are, but we're also adding other functionality. At the end of the day, Solar is about its community and two main products, and that's the Solar token and Centuries. So yes, point number one, Centuries is going to get boosted by adding all these other networks to the exchange, especially once we announce how it all works and who we're getting the liquidity from. And then we have Solar on the other hand with the Operation Bear Killer. So with Equinox, we're going to do this in a unique position. A lot of people were familiar with the ApeCoin launch out of nowhere. It was like, hey, we're launching on Coinbase. A day later, hey, we're launching on Binance. Hey, we're launching on KuCoin. So we actually plan on doing something similar to that nature with Equinox. So when the time comes for that airdrop, fuck you, Ian. All right, Ian, stop distracting me.
What are you
So
doing? What do you say?
No,
I think you're just
stop it.
making something at this point.
Stop it. Stop it. But basically, once it comes time for everyone to get rewarded with their near tokens, which will be Equinox, which will be the token on the NFT marketplace, it'll be centralized exchange listing after one another. Like we've been approached by 15 to 20 different centralized exchanges right now that are interested. Plus, we're getting a list of connections that Near has as well. We want that same ApeCoin effect to funnel into Equinox. So a lot of people are like, well, that's great. Yeah, I'm technically doubling my stash, but what's gonna happen to Solar? Basically, it's the same thing. As we get more eyes on the project, the more centralized exchanges we can get listed to, the bigger ones, the better. One of the good thing is when we talk to people on Solana, regardless, they've heard of us, they know about us. So we are going to keep, expanding on Solana network and adding more utility to Solar as well. We got Evil Deegans launching tomorrow. They'll be minting in Solar. And you maybe think, well, that's great, but aren't they just going to dump after the mint? No. So actually, I got in contact with an old buddy. I told him, this is what I've been up to. This is what I do. He's like, damn, man, why didn't you tell me? He's like, I would have invested in Solar. He's like, that's huge. So he wants to do this primarily just because he missed out on Solar, if I'm being honest. He wants a Solar bag, which is awesome, which is great. And he's not going to dump. I've known him for a while now, and he's a great guy. And that's why we're helping him out. And then we also have another NFT collection launching on the launch pad after that. It'll be Kenny's High Society Bowls, which I'm pretty pumped about. So we got that as well going. We've contemplated making a game for Solar as well. So Solar will always be the core focus, 100%. But we're adding different product and utility and expanding. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think the important thing to harp on too is not only Rich being my background, but but during a bear market, everyone, if you look at like the Solana network, there's only been like 2 or 3 projects that have launched in this bear market, and they're not doing well. So how we're viewing this period of time too is not just, hey, let's pump out projects, but it's a building period for us. So we're, like Rich said, we're expanding the utility behind Solar Token, but also we're seeing like, hey, we have this idea. What do you think about this? And talking straight to the source of Near too, where we do have a grant, we secured that, but it's a very symbiotic relationship in the sense where it's like, hey, we have this idea. Like, what do you think about that? They give us feedback, and we provide something that's actually of use too. So it's not like one of these like burn and turn and just keep pumping out projects, but it's very carefully calculated in making sure that we can actually provide the usage and provide the products that the community wants. Because I said it once and I'll say it 1,000 more times: the Solar fan's best fan in the world. So as Richard said, there's a lot moving in the background, and we're viewing the bear market as a building period where we can really fine tune things and make sure we're delivering on the Solar standard that we set for not just us, but for the whole crypto space too. So that's really what we've been doing here in the background. And if I've been MIA, all jokes aside, free love for everyone, no hate at all. But I've been working on doing all the background side of things, kind of doing the continuous improvements and really coming back with Rich and John on the ideas that we have and really fine tuning it and how to pitch it to investors too. So while we're in this bear market, we can actually do our due diligence and build something that's going to be very beneficial and really differentiate us even further in the space to make sure that the Solar community all prospers together too.
Yeah, and the whole point of building products for Solar is to utilize the Solar currency. That's where the longevity of projects, fail is, yeah, we launched a shitcoin, maybe we'll build something. Okay, we built it. All right, whatever happens, happens. Thus, universal staking, a good chunk of Solar will be locked up for 60 days. People will be minting Evil Deegans with Solar. That's another, Solar amount funneled away from community members. what we want to do is dilute that supply out and create demand. If more solar's locked up, held with projects, Blockbrain's going to be locking a good chunk of solar as a base liquidity pair. You know, that's going to be running that supply dry. And each buy will increase that price. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that just in case the government watched. But essentially, supply and demand. The more that the currency is being utilized, you know, the supply is lower. And we already have only 100 million supply. So with that dilution of the supply, we will create demand with these products, and it'll just be a circle effect.
Yeah, and just for the purposes of the IRS, we're not a security. We're not trying to get to a certain price point. I got to say that as a little caveat because Rich just got himself. But no, it's the laws of supply and demand. Like everyone wants to prosper. We're just trying to figure out ways where we can actually make that happen in the best kind of ways too. So there's no price in mind. There's not us trying to artificially boost price or anything like that. It's just what can we do to further differentiate us where we can be like the successful projects that have had such that high demand for the tokens too. That's what we're trying to replicate. That's what we're trying to do for the future of Solar Dex.
Exactly. I mean, look at Ethereum, look at BSC. One, those currencies are super popular because it's their own network and it's mandatory to use them. Most people, you know, care about these alts where you can just invest, get these heavy returns. But at the end of the day, you still need to use Ethereum. You still need to use BSC on that network. You still need to use Solana. So that's where we're trying to create that demand with solar is, hey, these are the products. Guess what? All these products require solar. So, you know, this portion's locked away in this DAO. This portion's locked away in a liquidity pool. This portion's locked in stake, so forth. So as Ian said, all boils down to supply and demand.
100%. We got the supply. We have the demand. Let's just boost that up a little bit. If anyone remembers economics class, we had this right here. Here's the demand. We're trying to boost it all the way up. And that's what we're doing. And that's what we're doing with Equinox, because I think John wants to talk a little bit about Equinox too.
Yeah, I do. As a matter of fact, I don't have a lot to add just because I did have some things I wanted to say, and Richard seemed to go on a little bit of a long rant there. Covered no, it's perfectly fine. That's you. If you guys can't see Ian's screen, it's Richard's face, and it's gorgeous.
This guy right here, he's been talking all day. He's been talking all night.
And everyone, by the way, give us feedback on these backgrounds that we got going on. We want to spice it up a little bit. I think we're doing well. I really like the one I've got here.
No, you're doing it wrong. You gotta say subscribe, smash that like, and drop a comment below and tell me which background you think's the best.
Subscribe, smash that like button, you know, drop a comment below. Stock response. All right. So
taking all my thunder at the end.
Don't worry. You will get that back. But yes, to make it abundantly just so I have something to say. Thank you, Richard. Just want to have something to say. Thank you, Richard.
Yes. So, all right, you know, I'm just gonna interrupt you bastards again. So that's what I used to look like. I've been working out and I've been sick as shit. So I've lost weight. I got my hair cut. I don't look like a werewolf. You're welcome, so community.
A little before action right now. A little before. And then Richard down 20 pounds, 25, what was it?
25. Let's go.
That's huge. We don't only care about something, we care about personal health. Get out there, get active. This is your PSA.
Most jacked CEO in the space.
Let's go. I've thought about that. I want to get with other founders and like do a boxing tournament.
All I'm gonna say is, let's go.
Yeah, we'd fuck shit up.
I think we're the terrific trio. Got a little boxing experience for a long time.
That wouldn't be fair though. We'd be fighting people like Vitalik Buterin.
Yeah.
We'd either have like 400-pound devs or people who weigh 30 pounds. Like, no disrespect, but I don't think I've seen a blockchain founder where I was like, damn,
Like,
see.
yeah. I don't know, dude. I think you guys are right. We're a terrific trio. If we had like some like tag team combat sports tournament going on, yeah, we'd.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
But we can do like start our own WWE, where it's like we don't actually have to fight. We just like put on a show.
No, I want to fuck shit up.
Okay, well, Richard's obviously in a fight.
No. It need to be like a wager.
anyway.
Like losing team has to like buy back 10,000 of the other person's tokens or something like that. Just to make it
That's
interesting.
what's up.
Rich runs a minute, gets his heartbeat to 190, and thinks he's in shape now, and just wants to go.
It's like COVID, man. COVID. It's like steroids.
I survived that. I can survive anything.
Fuck everyone.
Nah, crypto space. We live together. We die together. It's all love, baby. All love. You just want to get some promotional value in here. Let's get the ring set up.
Yeah, I think it'd be badass to do a boxing tournament.
Dude, for real.
Everyone would love it. Even the founders, they'd be like, "Yeah, that'd be sick."
I don't know anyone who would agree with that.
I don't know. There's always someone bigger and better. So like, we can talk all this trash, but we might just get our asses whooped, and you know what? That's okay too.
It's good publicity. And then
We could try.
like when marketing, like here's a 10-minute video of me getting my ass beat for you, buddy.
You actually gave me Hey Roy. Here you are.
Yeah, shut up.
Have fun on that.
I want you to kick my ass too.
Oh no, dude. I really do think as far as the average guy goes in the crypto space, I think we could really hold our own. Ian and I especially. I'm sorry, Richard.
All right, we might just have an internal.
I know some people in the crypto space that are just big as hell and equally as dangerous. So like,
Who? All right, I know community members like that. I don't know any founders.
That's true. Community members, yes. I don't know any founders that are like that too, but there are also veteran founders that could give us a run for our money. Some Reeves out there that'd be like, oh shit.
Well, I mean, all right, let's talk. We got the Soul Space, Radium undocks, Orca undocks, the Solana founders. I have a lot of internal frustration.
You have to be built like a Greek god to have the confidence to dox. So like, we got this.
I think it's Solar Team versus Solana founders. I'm throwing it out there if any of you guys watch. Let's go.
We're like,
we're gonna regret this someday.
Nope. I hope they watch it. I got so much fucking frustration with staking issues and their fucking pieces of shit nodes always going down. It wouldn't even be a fair fight.
Yeah, dude. I'll kickbox them up for you.
if it's 3v3, I'll just take everyone down. John just elbows and knees everyone. And Richie just runs circles, like slapping people in the back of the head.
Yeah. This is for me answering 500 Discord tickets.
You giving him wedgies? Richard's go-to.
I don't even want to talk about it. Just thinking like, we're gonna launch a Solana phone. Like, just
Why?
fix the fucking network.
Yeah, you won't even be able to make calls. You can just
serial killer's dream phone.
Yeah,
Carl perpetually drops.
That's gonna be like dial-up phone internet.
On some serious shit though, that phone, like, I do like Solana at the end of the day, but I do have to talk shit where shit's due. It's an Android phone. It's an Android phone. Like, yeah, that's it. Like, they're advertising, oh, you can have Solana apps on this phone. Like, all right.
Oh, wow. Can you actually?
What's my Phantom app doing on my iPhone?
It's true though. It's like you're not doing anything revolutionary.
No. I hope they branch out to create their own operating system for the phone. That would be huge if they had their own OS for the phone, but it just piggybacks off of Android.
Yeah.
Which is Linux. Anyone can do that.
I mean, I think we just challenged Solana not just to a 3v3, but to create a better phone and an operating system. Really differentiate yourself in the space.
No, I don't. We don't got that VC money like they do yet.
Yeah, but do you think we can make a better phone? I think we can do better than phones. I think we can do other things like household appliances. I want to make like a solar refrigerator. As a food lover.
What? A solar refrigerator?
Yeah, dude. You've seen all these appliances, right? That like connected to the internet. Nothing that rightfully needs to be. Or like an oven. You know what I'm talking about?
No, because I can barely fucking hear you.
I'm gonna say, dude, you got that up north internet right now.
Yeah.
Maybe a Wi-Fi router, buddy.
I'll say the Solar Fi.
All right, we've gone hardcore ADD in this podcast.
This is true.
But I mean, that's technically what a podcast is. You're just talking. I think that's one thing we're gonna try to do different, given Ian's availability, is continue to try to do these podcasts once a week and just make it like where we shoot the shit instead of like we'll give you the updates, but at the same time, like we kind of want to show you like, yeah, we're business, but we're actually, you know, a bunch of goofy dudes.
Yeah, like we try to say, we have an investor's mindset first because we're investors, especially this guy right here. So, I mean, yeah, I think that's just
good looking fat bastard right there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I want the little roast in there for you.
I'd fuck myself. Puts the lotion in the basket.
Oh, dude. Stop this. We don't need this. I have to turn on the explicit content now on YouTube.
Please do.
It's a forewarning. I'll put a disclaimer in there too.
Oh, I thought John went to take a crap or something.
No, he's making sure Farman's okay. He got the lotion in the basket. All right, so John truly has the up north feel right now. His mic just went down.
All right, man. Well, I think that's it as far as updates. John, I don't know what John's doing, and my kids are starting to freak out. So
that's all right. I'm doing laundry right now, so got to do that. No, but like I said, we got a lot of good things working. It's a building period, so that's exactly what we're doing. We're building not just a lot of different aspects of a project, but a lot of quality projects. We have like 3 main focuses right now, and we're just knocking down the priority list right now too. So once we get some more updates on all facets solar, that's when we're gonna keep launching it to you guys. But yeah, we're up on the Inner Solar podcast again, and we're gonna try to do this weekly once again. If we get a little busy, we'll let everyone know too. So any parting words, Rich? I know John can't speak.
No, I think we covered it all. Just we got some exciting things coming down the line.
You heard it from this guy first. Exciting things. Exciting things. So I think we should do a little giveaway too. I feel like one, smash that like button. Just smash it. Like who cares? I don't know if you have a touch screen monitor, but just punch through your screen right there, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Also let us know in the comments who had the best background. And then I think we should do a giveaway for whoever makes the best backgrounds for us. They'll get a little bit of solar in their pocket too. So that'll be your next giveaway. Post in the Discord or the Telegram. We'll keep tabs. Whoever has the best backgrounds, I think we'll all pick a winner. We'll choose that and it'll be featured in the next podcast. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about doing 1 of 2 giveaways. I think it'd be kind of fun to have a dummy wallet and like throughout a month, like we randomly tweet stuff, but a seed phrase word will be in the tweet. And basically who can ever crack it gets whatever's in the wallet.
Whoa. I just opened a can of worms that I don't know should be, but that sounds kind of fun.
We'd use your computer.
I mean, all right, so I'm not doing that.
That's giveaway 1. Giveaway 2, I thought about doing this. So one thing we will take ownership on is, you know, we've been trying to approach this from a solar standpoint. What we need to do is branch out to other NFT communities. So maybe once a week we'll buy from an NFT collection, go in, get to know the community. This is who we are. Who are you guys? Let's network out. Let's team up. And then at the end of it, we give it to the most active team member who will stay in that community for us and like help them out, help us out. And who knows, maybe we'll give away like a OK Bears or something as the first one.
Well, shoot, dude. Yeah, we'll have to brainstorm that a little bit, see the logistics behind it. But first giveaway, whoever makes the best backgrounds for us, and vote on our backgrounds tonight. I think Rich is a winner in mine. So let us know. Again, hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn on those notifications, share it to all your friends, tweet it out, do whatever you got to do. But Intersolar is back and running, boys. So
Let's
appreciate
go.
everyone tonight. Let's go straight to the moon. The rest is to be continued. We'll see you guys next week on Intersolar.